Broadcasting live from downtown Canton, Ohio since 1925.
You're the reason I love being stuck in traffic.
Now back to Pam and Gary on WHBC.
Divorce until Twitter do us part?
Actually, here's the thing. You know, all of this social media, social networking stuff that we do, how is that going to have ramifications, say, if we get divorced and there's pictures, or if we're in the process of a divorce, or, you know, you're a cheating spouse and your other half is looking for something against you. But we're going to bring in right now a guy who specializes in family law. His name is Tim Hoch. He's on our WHBC Newsline right now. Good morning, Tim.
Good morning, Pam. Thank you.
All right, so talk a little bit about the things on social media that could really backfire for you in the future if maybe you go down the path of divorce or something like that.
Well, pretty much anything you've written on there can backfire. And the reason why I say that, and it sounds a little stark, but the reason I say that is because the things you post on social media don't really have context in and among themselves, right? So I can take any tweet you send or any post you send, however benign it may appear, and I can make that read it any way I want, right? Let's say you meant it sarcastically, or you meant it in a joking manner or something. I can make it read any way I'd like.
Yeah, you can
so
read it into threatening somebody. I mean, right?
Exactly. These are static until I get a hold of them, and then I can make them sound however I want. And so I tell folks, be very, very careful when you post anything on social media. Actually, I tell folks, when we're going through this divorce together, do not post on social media.
Just don't do that at all.
Just don't do it at all.
Now, what about posts that you say are only for friends? Does that still come out to haunt you?
Absolutely. You know, it's interesting because you have no friends when you're going through a divorce. You have no idea where the allegiances are, right? You have no idea, you know, who's with who. I mean, I'll get surreptitious notes from people that say, "Hey, thought you might be interested in this picture of your client's spouse in Las Vegas that you weren't aware of." Things like that. I mean, it's just unbelievable the things that people will, the allegiances people make when they're going through a divorce. And then I'll get it from someone who says, "Well, wait a minute, I thought that was my best friend who sent that to you."
His best friend who has a crush on your soon-to-be ex-wife. Right.
Right. I mean, you really see people's true colors, don't you?
Yeah, I guess you do. Now, this could be a boon for you, though, right? It would probably help your client many times if the other spouse is posting.
It can cut both ways. I'm currently in a case right now where my client we're parsing through tweets from my client's spouse or soon-to-be ex-spouse, and she has tweeted over 56,000 times over the last 5 years. And so we're going through each one of those right now and trying to determine whether she is as disabled and unable to earn income as she says she is.
Do you charge per tweet?
You know, that's a great idea.
I was going to say, if not, you should, yes.
I'm so sorry I brought that up.
A lot of these are very painful to read, so I really ought to do that. I'll change my billing practice.
Right.
It's just insane.
Oh, my.
Would you say there's a direct correlation between social media and divorce?
Well, there can be. I think that really it's one of the things I see is social media isn't really usually the cause of the divorce, but it's a symptom of a larger problem, right? And so, you know, people get on there and they vent, or they'll say things about their spouse, and it really usually has to do with, well, my spouse won't communicate with me, or my spouse spends too much money, or whatever the issue may be. Social media is really just an outlet, but it's a great outlet or a tool for us to use, as long as it's not my client that's doing it, to try to determine, you know, sort of, even though we have no fault divorce, fault as it relates to the relationship.
All right, well, we can't say it enough. Be careful and just don't do those things anymore. Tim Hoch, we appreciate your time this morning.
All right, thanks, guys.
Pam Cook and Gary Rivers. We live UT. Canton's Morning News. News Talk 1480, WHBC, and at WHBC.com.